I've been telling you about the Sturgeon Refinery for about a year and a half now. That's the project that's being built in partnership between the Alberta government, Canadian Natural Resources, and Northwest Upgrading. This is the refinery that's located about 45 kilometers from Edmonton that will upgrade bitumen to diesel, and where spending has gone completely off the rails, with about $3 billion being tacked on to the original price tag of $6.5 billion, and what's estimated at $26 billion in toll fees tacked onto that, with all of it resting on the shoulders of the Alberta taxpayer. Well, Drew Barnes is the United Conservative MLA for Cypress-Medicine hat, and he's been working on this file. I got a chance to talk to him about the refinery and what Albertans need to know about it.
What they need to know is the potential liability. Something that was supposed to originally cost $6 billion, maybe slightly over that, is now up $9.5 billion. At the same time that people involved are saying they need 3 times this amount of government support to make it economically viable. At the same time, it looks like the diesel market, which this was originally created for, has evaporated and is going to be harder than ever. And of course, when this was first designed, it was talked about oil having to be in the mid-60s for the taxpayer to break even, and we all know it's not there, and it's unlikely to return to that for a long, long time. So what Albertans need to know is the billions of dollars that this is going to cost us is going to be right out of our services, or worse yet, right on the backs of the next generation.
So what's the solution to all of this? Barnes tells me here.
The solution, I think, now is to look for a private investor to come in and take the government's involvement off of our hands. It's obviously a boondoggle that is going to cost the taxpayer billions of dollars, hundreds of nurses, hundreds of teachers, tens of schools, hospitals. It's not where the taxpayer money needs to go. Suncor walked away from their refinery in the Fort McMurray area after spending $6 billion on it. I'm absolutely certain that the Albertan taxpayer, the Albertan government at this time, could find somebody with the expertise privately to step in and run this properly and take us off the hook.
The Alberta government is trying to sell this project as a step towards diversifying Alberta's economy and probably to sell themselves as pro-oil. But there is that little issue that it's going to be on our grandchildren's grandchildren to pay for this thing. Notley and the NDP didn't start this project, but they certainly could have put an end to it, and they didn't. Instead, they're putting taxpayers on the line for billions of dollars, and they're making Albertans shoulder the risk of shifting commodity prices. What's more is that the profits are going to be razor thin, with estimations over 30 years sitting between 200 and 700 million only. It's simply just not worth it. And the NDP even campaigned on refining more oil in Alberta, so we can expect more waste at the taxpayers' expense. There's a reason we don't refine a whole lot of oil in Alberta. It's just too expensive, and the NDP know it. But as long as they can use these boondoggles to show that they're accomplishing things, they'll ram whatever they can through. Except they just won't tell you that they couldn't do any of it without your money. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to our Rebel Canada YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on any of the content that you're just not going to find anywhere else.